everybody. Welcome to Lending Lessons with Lori. Today, I am joined by a really good friend and a great business partner of mine, Priscilla Peters. And today, we want to talk about staging. But first, I want to turn it over to Priscilla really quick so she can introduce herself and tell you just a little bit about herself.
Hi, Lori. Thank you so much for having me. Priscilla Peters. Yes, we've known each other for 9, 10 years now. So yeah, right when I started. So I've been in the business since 2012, and now I am independent. So I have my little brokerage that I opened, Peters Colorado Realty, and I work alone. I'm independent. I do everything, by
Fantastic.
myself.
Excellent. Thanks so much, Priscilla. I really appreciate you doing this with me today. This
Yeah,
is
thank
a
you.
topic I have wanted to cover for a while because it was really relevant for several years, and I'm just curious to get your take on it. But we want to talk about staging, and what this means to sellers is that you actually bring in furniture, decorations, and stage the house to make it look I don't know, more appealing. I don't know what the correct word would be, but it's supposed to enhance the overall appeal of the home.
Right.
Tell me, do you think it helps?
Yes, 100%. In my opinion, I think I do. In my experiences throughout the
Okay.
years, even in this market, I
Hmm.
still say yes, it does. So the stager helps a home be prepared for sale.
Okay.
And what that entails, it depends on the house, right? It
Hmm.
depends on the family. That could be for some family just helping declutter, organize a couple rooms, and
Okay.
even use their own furniture. For
Okay.
some families or houses, it could be that the stager will come, repurpose some of the rooms,
Okay.
and then use what the stager suggests. And it can be from, artwork on the wall. So it varies. But the main goal is prepare your house to
Hmm.
appeal to the large number of buyers,
Okay.
making it a house, cozy, pleasant, and have the emotional connection. The buyers, you want the buyer opening the door and having an emotional connection to the home,
Yep.
and really go, is this my home? Is
Right.
that going to be my future home? Yes.
So, what's the average cost to the buyer in doing this?
And again, it will depend on number of rooms that the stager might suggest, and it will depend on what kind of furniture they bringing in. And again, like I mentioned, they can use. I know a lot of companies that
Hmm.
only do vacant properties, stager companies that only do vacant properties, and others that can work what the seller already have in there and just bring some decor to fluff a little bit
Yeah.
more, and sometimes even neutralize and have a
Okay.
more of a neutral appeal to, again, speak and appeal to a large number of people, of
Okay.
buyers. Yeah. So
What?
it really depends. And to answer your question, I've seen from 700 up to
Okay.
3,000.
Okay, yeah, I was expecting several thousand, so hearing
Yeah.
just even 700 is actually
Yep.
pretty cheap.
Yes.
So
Yes.
now that we know kind of what that average cost is, what
Yeah.
do you think the return on investment is for sellers?
100% or
100%.
more,
Okay.
and actually more. And then some people might say, but houses are already selling for 50, 100,000 more. But if you think about your competition, if your home has been decluttered, organized, cleaned, if it has the feel, like a cozy feel, pleasant feel, and again, have help the buyer have the emotional connection to the property, they most likely not only gonna make an offer and
Mhm.
stop looking, stop seeing any other house,
There you
and
go.
most likely gonna offer more. And
And
I've seen that happen. I really have.
and that's the next question because this is an unusual market. And, I've been doing this for 22 years and I always say that it can't get that much different, right? And then we're here. And homes pretty much sell in a hot second and for a
Right.
lot more. So you do feel like no matter what, this is still a good investment,
It
even in this
is.
market.
It
Okay.
is. So statistically, 88% of the homes that are staged
Hmm.
sells faster. And
Oh.
you just said, yeah, and you just said Realtor.com, according to them, and you just said that yes, it does sell quickly, but
Hmm.
you want to be above, better than your competition. You want the buyers to not look further and
Right.
just say, open the door and really say, this is it. This is it. This is where I see myself. This is for my family, and bringing the stager that opinion, it is helpful. It is helpful.
All right, so I'm one of those people when I walk into a space, I'm like you. I want I want that emotional connection. I
Right.
want to see it. But I've seen as of late, when it comes to staging, you can actually physically stage something, or you can do it digitally. People are now putting digital images of
Yeah.
what things can look like. And tell me what you feel like the advantage is, if there is any, to go that route, because
Okay.
I'm not a fan.
So considering that more than 90% of the buyers, they do search homes online, obviously.
Hmm.
So the digital stage, it will help get your buyer to the door, because photos are very important. Again, you are
Hmm.
looking online. First thing you're gonna see, not the house in
Right.
person, but the photos. So you having it staged virtually to take photos, right? It will
Hmm.
get people to the door, but and then what, right?
Right.
And then you open the door again. The buyer, it's that less than a minute, according to some data. They make that decision in less than a minute. The first impression. So you open the door, you saw those photos home staged, and then
Right.
you go through a home when you're visiting the home in person, a vacant home. So it's a different feel.
Yeah.
And having it staged, you're going through the home, not only a photo on the internet, but you're going
Right.
through with your family, your husband or your whoever it is, your kids, going through the home, and it's been cleaned and staged. It smells lovely. So again, going back to that connection. So
Yeah.
you accomplish that with the traditional staging
Right.
services. Yeah.
Well, it's because I hear stories, in families that go through homes and the kids are already picking out which room is going to be there. They're fighting over which one is
So
mine.
nice.
So I do think it's really important that you do fall in love with the home. And part of that is just how it looks, and staging can make all that difference.
Yes.
So
Yes.
what do you say to, what do you hear when you have clients, when you take them to a home, you're viewing it and you know that it's been staged? What kind of comments do you hear from people?
Oh, I will say 99%. It's hard to say always, but 99% of the time, it's a positive fact.
Yeah.
And you see from the kids, you see from the family. It's so heartwarming when you hear people saying, "I can see the birthday parties
Oh,
this kitchen." So it's so nice. It's
yeah.
really, really, it's their dream. We working in an industry where we deal with people's dreams,
Yeah.
and that's where we should come from. So again, it's a positive reaction from buyers, and then not recent actually. I have had buyer putting an offer, even going above their comfort zone
Yeah.
of bidding higher than they would ever, just because they felt that connection with the home.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really
So
wanted it that bad, made all the difference. Okay.
yes,
And
yes.
we've seen with appreciation, I know a lot of people are worried about offering more than it's actually worth, but I'm really confident in this market right now that appreciation is going to recoup that cost that they're expending. And it's going to be in a much more realistic time than they expect, like 1 or 2 years. So I don't want people to be that concerned about offering that far over. That's what I try to communicate to the buyers. But
Yeah.
thank you so much for this information today. So I want you to give your contact information if you could. So if people have any questions, please reach out to Priscilla. She's fantastic. I've been working with her forever. So what number can they reach you at, Priscilla?
Thank you. you, Lori, so much. This is fun. So fun. So my name is Priscila Peters, Colorado Realty. My number is 720-626-2750. And if you wanna email me, it's gonna be my first name, Priscila, with
That's with one L.
at peterscoloradorealty.com. Yeah.
Fantastic. All right. Well, stay tuned for next week because I'm bringing on Priscilla again, and we're going to talk about why you should work with a real estate agent. Thanks for listening, everybody. Talk to you soon.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Lori. Bye.
Thank you.